Greetings, Mad Crafters. Madragoric here. Now, I need you to prepare yourself for the easiest, most resource-friendly 9,000 per hour zero-tick stone or cobblestone generator you have ever seen. This will be your go-to in every world you build it. How about we take a look? Bam! There it is. In all her small glory. That's what I'm talking about. This thing takes hardly any resources to make and will produce 9,000 stone or cobblestone per hour. So let's go ahead and turn it on and watch her in action. All right. So you see, it'll produce stone just right off the bat. Now it takes a little bit to warm up. It's like a car. Gotta let it warm up a bit. But once you give it a second, after about 15 to 20 seconds, it'll get up to speed, and then everyone coming out, you'll break it at every swing. Just like that. So that you'll be producing approximately 2.5 on average blocks per second. And that'll produce 9,000 per hour. This thing is great. So right now it's stone, so if I was using a silk touch, I'd get the stone from it. But if I was using a regular old pickaxe, then I would get cobblestone from it. So either or, whatever you need at the time. All right, let's turn this thing off for a minute. Now, the other great thing about this is a lot of other generators require you to have a efficiency 5 pickaxe. Well, this one, we only need an efficiency 1. That'll actually do the job. So what I'm going to do real quick here while we talk some more, I'll just show you that there's nothing in the chest. And we're going to go ahead and run through this and show you a count. So what I'm going to do real quick is switch over to survival, just like so. Then I'm going to get the old stopwatch going and do a 2-minute trial on this just so we can get a count and see how it works. Of course, with this efficiency 1 pickaxe. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to start the clock as soon as I break the first block. So it'll start producing. I'll wait till it gets to me a little bit. There we go. I'm going to start the clock. We're going to start breaking these. You'll see it'll take a minute. It kind of warms up, but it'll get to speed, and then it'll start breaking every time. And there it goes. We are up to speed. Now, I guess if we let it wait a little longer, it can get to that speed sooner before we start breaking them. But should be good. So for this design I have a collection system underneath, basically water running away from me because it may get to you closer sometimes. And then, so if those hoppers happen to fill up for some reason, which I don't believe they will, because even at 9,000 blocks per hour, the hopper capacity can handle that. But just in case you go over 9,000, you don't want them to just be sitting there and not getting taken in. We've got multiple hoppers there that can work as a buffer to capture anything over there so you don't lose anything. So we just hit the minute mark. We're going to go one more minute and we'll do a count. Now, once we get done with this, I'm going to go through the build. Since this is a very simple build, I'll do the generator part of it, and then I'll do the collection system. Afterwards, I'm going to do a little bit of science on how it works and comparing it to other generators, and also show you a build I did to kind of showcase how you could set this up in a village or something, or put a building around it. I tend to be more medieval style, so that's the kind of style I went with. So almost there. Got about 15 more seconds. We'll do our count. So if you don't want to stay for the rest of it, that's fine. If you just want to know how to build it, then we'll get to that real quickly. But if you're interested in seeing the other build that I did, kind of showcase it. Oh, wait, almost there. Hold on. 2 minutes. Let's stop. Let me back up. That'll shut off because I have a pressure plate down there. All right. So as I was saying, if you want to stick around, we'll go look around at that build over there, right over there. And I'll show off that and what you can do with this. But let's go over here to this chest. what have we got? We've got 4.5 stacks. All right. So that's pretty decent for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So 4.5 stacks. So that would give us approximately 292 blocks in 2 minutes. So 2 minutes is 120 seconds. We divide that by 120 seconds. Gives us 2.43 blocks per second. Now, if we look at a whole hour, which is 60 minutes, 60 seconds per minute, so 3,600 seconds for an entire hour, multiply that times 3,600, we get 8,760 blocks per hour. So, and that'll fluctuate a little bit. Sooner you get up to speed, the faster you get this out, the closer to 9,000 you'll get, because that small little time, since we only did 2 minutes and about 15 to 20 seconds of that at the beginning was kind of slower rate, that didn't give us the full 9,000. But once you get up to speed at that rate, you're doing about 9,000 per hour. But 8,760 per hour ain't bad. Ain't bad. All right. So let's get out of here. Get out of this. And then we're going to come over here and talk about what you're going to need. And I'm at Still in Survival. Let me switch this back real quick. Give me a second. All right. I'm going to go back over here to Creative. Just makes it a little bit easier. All right. So what you'll need, this top row is just the stuff you'll need for the generator itself. We're talking hardly anything. So 1 sticky piston, 1 repeater, 1 redstone torch, 1 piece of redstone, 2 solid blocks, and then I used 8 pieces of glass just so I could see everything, 1 lever, 1 bucket of water, and 1 bucket of lava. Now to add in the collection system, you'll need a couple more repeaters, 1 more redstone torch, 9 pieces of redstone, a pressure plate, 5 hoppers, 2 stairs, another 53. I've got glass if you want to cover up that, or you can use block of choice, whatever you need. An additional bucket of water, and then 2 chests. And that's all you need. This is really, really easy. It's very resource friendly. If you're just going for the generator, the hardest thing you may have to get is a slime ball to make your sticky piston, or maybe even to find this bucket of lava, which still shouldn't be too difficult, and just jump into the nether and grab it. So overall, this is really easy. So here's the setup. You've got a 5 by 13 area. Now it is kind of indented a little bit. So take a look at this. Kind of get this set up. That's 2 down in the back, and you've got a couple of holes back here. You see those? Now this blue area is actually where the generator goes. So we'll just build up the generator, and if you're good with that, then so be it. If you want to see the rest of the collection system, stick around for more. All right. So we're going to jump into this thing and get her done. So first off, we're going to take a sticky piston, place it right there, and then place a piece of glass on the front of it. You can use any block you want, but that'll work. Now we're going to go 2 blocks up there, break the bottom one out, and then go 2 blocks up on this side and break the bottom one out. All right, so let's shift around to the back. I'm going to take some redstone dust. I'm going to place 1 spot right underneath that block. And on this side, I'm going to put a redstone torch right on that piston. Then I'm going to put a redstone repeater on 1 tick on the top there, and our clock is going. Now on the side here, I want you to put a lever right there, turn it off. Oh, I said off. There we go. All right. So now that it's off, see it's all looking good. Let's move on. All right, for this last part of the build, we just need to enclose our water and lava. So we're going to put these 3 blocks right there, so we can put a bucket of water right there. All right, that's good. Now we're going to put a block there. I'm going to do a temporary block there, and then 1 over the water, and then break that one. Same thing on this side, temporary block right there. And then again on this side, temporary block, and then 1 right there, and break it. Now we can put our lava in up on top. So let's just dump that right in there. Looks good. Looks good. Everything should be ready to go. All right. Cool. Let's turn it on. You want to turn it on? I think we should turn it on. Yeah. Let's turn it on. Bam. All right. Give it a second. It's got to warm up like a car. Got to get it going. And there you go. Producing stone. That's what we're talking about. So, if you're just looking for the generator, this is all you need. Now you notice it just stopped. Well, it gets to a certain limit and won't push anymore. But if you go around and look at the back, you'll see that our clock is still going. See, come over here. Yep, clock's still going. It's not pushing. So for those of you who don't know, pistons can only push 12 blocks. When it gets to 13, it'll stop. So just a little FYI. So it looks like we're good to go. Let's go ahead and come over here and turn this puppy off. If that's all you need, then you're good to go. We're going to continue on with this, putting in this collection system. So what we're going to do first is put 2 chests down here, make us a double chest. Then come down here, take our hoppers, and we're going to feed hoppers directly into that chest. A total of 5 of them. So 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Once I got here, I'm going to put these 2 blocks back in here. Just put it right there and right there. Okay. Now back up here, I'm going to take a stair, place a stair right there, facing the hoppers, just like that. And then I'm going to place one upside down right next to that to make a channel for the water. Now I'll take my bucket of water and I'm going to waterlog that stair, just like so, and all the water flows right back down over the hoppers. So that works great. Okay, now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to place a pressure plate down there and then a redstone repeater on 1 tick coming out of there. Now I'm going to take some redstone. I'm going to fill it in from there all the way back here to right there. There we go. Now I'm going to put a redstone repeater on 1 tick going into that block. Then I'm going to jump over to this other little cubby. I'm going to put a redstone torch right there. That'll make sure that that redstone up there stays lit instead of the lever on the side. With that being said, we can get rid of that lever because we don't need it anymore. All right, because we're going to use that pressure plate down there. So everything looks good. I think we're good to go. So how about you say we get this thing finished off and you should be good. All right. Okay, I'm going to do this pretty quick, so don't want to waste your time with me building. So I'm just going to take some glass over here and just kind of fill in the rest of this. Nice and neat, nice and quick. Just to get it done. Little block there, some glass on the top there. Finish off the block there, and whew. All right. All done. And that wraps up the build, guys. So I've switched over here to survival so we can do a test. Got my efficiency 1 diamond pickaxe. You can see that down there. So I'm going to run down here. Let's get down in here. Wait, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's check. Look, nothing in the chest. Okay. Just want to show that. Just real quick. All right. So we're going to come down here, start it off. This will start kicking out. It gets close to us. We're going to start hitting this away. I went ahead and started my clock. I'm going to do about a minute while I'm talking here, but just get an idea. But you can see that, this thing's pumping it out. So we are all in sync now. Everything's looking good. So I actually caught one, hit me, came over to me, so I got one in my hotbar there. All right, anyway, so again, this is real easy. This has been a really quick tutorial. As soon as we get done looking at this, I'm going to run over there and I'm going to go ahead and show you all the build and what you can do with this. Just for reference, it is a medieval build. It is what I'm referring to as a mason's house with a mason shop at the bottom. I think it's pretty cool. So if you want to stick around, you can go take a look at that. If not, you're good to go with the build. Coming up on a minute now, almost there. 8:59. There. Okay, we're backing off. See, as soon as I back off that pressure plate, this shuts off. Doesn't run constantly. I mean, just in case you were getting any lag from this, I'd rather not have it running constantly. So just do that. Makes it easy. Come down here, check. Almost 2.5 stacks. So, yep, looking good. Looking good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back over here into creative and then go take a look at my mason shop over here. So let's come over here. Boom. So just kind of set this up to give you an idea of things that you can build with this. This right here specifically is the stone generator inside here. I've actually got it with 2 water sources instead of the one over there because I like being symmetric. So you can see there's 1 water source there, the lava's up there, and it works the same way. It's just it doesn't have a step down, it's just at the same level. So you can walk directly up to it. This will start producing stone. Let it get up towards us a little bit more. Then I'm going to start breaking it. Of course, I'm in creative now, so it breaks a lot faster. So we're going to let it build up a bit. Okay. And we're at full speed now. Create. Again, got the hoppers down at the bottom. So whenever you're done, feel like you got enough stone or cobblestone, just back off. It'll build up a little bit there, and you can, if you want to, without stepping on it, you can, if you don't like it sticking out, you can break it back a little bit. Over here in the build, I want to kind of hide it, so I've got the chest underneath here. Underneath here, I can't talk. Talking is difficult. Underneath here, just so it's kind of hidden away, you can't see it. Now, one of the other cool things, you might have seen it. I don't know if you did when it was going. You can kind of, oh, see that minecart? Kind of went over there. You see it coming back there a second. There it is. And it'll go again. So that's just more of a, see, it'll come back there. So I made it kind of look like, hey, it's going to get stone, bring it over here and provide it to you. Kind of give it a means to. So that just goes while you're running it. Then it'll stop automatically down in there. And you have it kind of set up like it's going down into your mine here, and that it really isn't. Anyway, this would be the entrance. You got to walk through all the way through. People can come through from either side. Then inside here is like a little work area. So we got a grindstone over here, got some water, got an anvil, got some storage here, some wow, words are just not coming to me. Oh Lord. Having trouble here. Blast furnaces. There we go. Some blast furnaces over here for any ores that come through. So it's kind of cool little shop area. And then outside here, you can come up here. You can go inside the house. Nice double doors. Got a pressure place in there so it's closed. You can kind of walk into an entrance here. Got some storage. Now the stairs, we'll go ahead and jump up here. The stairs, this is the bedroom. So you just kind of come up here. Got a nice little bedroom for the mason. And then down here's got a little sitting area, another chest, and some things. And then you got a little reading area over here. And back over here, we've got a nice fireplace, a little vaulted ceiling in here with a table setting right there. Back over here, a little kitchen. And more storage over here. And then you can actually go out here onto a balcony and look over everything. So I think it's a pretty cool little build. Let's jump up, come up here, and kind of go around. So the tree, see, he's a mason, so we got a pile of cobblestone down there, and you got some flowers around here, some other various things, pile of stone there. Really like this roof design. I thought it looked pretty cool. It's unusual. Very cool design. So, but this is just an example of what you can do with this zero-tick stone or cobblestone generator, kind of incorporate it into any builds that you may have for your worlds. And then I got a grindstone hanging here to show that this is where the mason is for the village or town. So, looks cool. I like it. Now, I did mention I would talk about a little bit of science. So we're going to run over here real quick, talk about some science. Now, this is your standard cobblestone generator. Been like this forever. Break that. Give it a second. There it comes back. Now, so the way cobblestone is generated is whenever flowing water meets flowing lava on the same level. That's what we'll create. So give it a second. The lava will flow out and meet the flowing water because the flowing water is actually going down into a hole. See, down in there. So when you break this, you're just waiting for the lava to flow over there, and then it'll create. So that's basically how you create cobblestone. Now to create stone, we've got to flow lava in the vertical position. That's why we have these set up the way we do. So this lava, when it flows down, and this water is flowing over this way, they'll meet up in this direction, in the vertical direction, and that'll create stone. So now I have these different setups to kind of show the speed and whatnot. So this, as you can see here, if I do this, come on, there we go. So this puts the redstone pulse into the lava. Now Zumaic has been using these to create his cobblestone generator, and I'll link his video in the comments. So I thought that would probably be the fastest way to create the stone, so I tried that. And then I found out, messing with it, well, if we just pulse the block underneath it with this fast counter down here, we get the same reaction. We're still updating the lava and updating the water blocks, and as it builds up, it syncs up, and that's what gives us our high rate or our 0 tick production of the stone. First I tried 2, it's like, that'd be good, and it's like, well, see, let me just try 1. And that's how I came up with the final design here, with just one source block of water and 1 source block of lava, and that's all you need. So what I'm going to show you here is we have all 3 of them linked together. I have the redstone going in there. And when I turn this on, you're going to see that the redstone pulse one actually will produce faster initially. So you see that redstone one, it'll get done. But see, the deal is, and these will catch up to it, the deal is that the rate at which the stone is created is finite, meaning it can only go so fast. So what the deal is with this redstone pulse here, it gets it to that rate faster than just pulsing the piston or pulsing the block. So this appears to be going faster, but at some point it's gonna max out at around 2.5, on an average of 2.5 blocks per second, which this can be reached also. It just takes about 15 to 20 seconds, and then it's at 2.5 blocks per second. And it's much less resources. We don't have to deal with trying to get any observers or crystals to make the observers from the nether. It's a lot simpler and less resource heavy, and works just as well. So this is your key design right here. And this works great. So anyway, well, I hope you have enjoyed this event tutorial, and I hope it's something you really use in your world, and you use because you should, because it's awesome. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I'll have lots more tutorials coming out very soon. And coming up in January, we're going to start some Let's Play shenanigans. Thanks for coming out. Catch you later.